Hello and welcome back to another video. This one is Chroma Prime. So ta-da, Chroma Prime, and I'm going to be showing you my new and awesome build. It's actually not too new, just I've swapped around a few new mods and added the awesomeness that is Adaptation, which literally seems to stop working at a certain level, because when you test it on other things it works fine, or etc, and just it's weird. Anyway, Chroma Prime health at max, at base at maximum level is 300, shield 300, armor 425, energy 300, which is a bit better than the vanilla Chroma, which has 300, 300, 350 armor and 225 energy. So it is an improvement on the energy and the armor, but the health and shields will be remaining the same, for better, for worse. Now I do want to state that at the moment, disclaimer, this is a mock-up build, simply because, as DE have stated, that until the math of Chroma is fixed, he's sort of in a bit of a wiggly place at the moment. No one really knows what's going on. He is nowhere near as tanky as he used to be, and the damage output is, I'm not going to say fixed, because there used to be ways in which he would literally break things. Like, honestly, he would just break the game, break the coding, break whatever he's shooting at. So the damage output at the moment is a lot more balanced, but it is still, again, not what people are liking. So where does Chroma currently sit? Well, personally, I've never really been much of a Chroma fan anyway, unless I am Eidolon hunting, because he can still dish out a decent amount of damage against Eidolons, even one-shotting certain parts. But Chroma himself is, like I said, is in a bit of a dodgy place, and along with me not particularly enjoying the Chroma setup, but he is a good frame. He can tank quite a bit up to about sortie level, and then after that it just starts to fall short. I have added on Adaptation to try and get that 90% damage resistance for certain types, but with, as long as you're like actively taking damage, you can basically keep those up to 90% damage mitigation at all times for the entire faction, because you're just constantly getting riddled. But up to about level 80 it works, and then beyond that it literally just seems to stop working. If you take Neza in his current standing into a lot of these missions with his base 90% damage mitigation across the board against all damage types, he can scale really high and he can stay alive really, really well. Adaptation literally just seems to just fall short. Like, it up to about 50 minutes in MOT I was doing quite well, I was happy, and then beyond 50 minutes I actually genuinely started to struggle. It wasn't like slowly increasing and this is actually getting a bit more difficult. It was just, oh crap, I'm at like 200 health, I've got to run away and hide and hope Arcane Grace kicks in. I might actually have to try and farm out another Arcane Grace and actually put 2 Arcane Grace rather than an Arcane Grace and an Arcane Guardian, which is going to be a bit annoying, but still. Anyway, with the build that I am actually using, I have used 5 Phwoooor, which possibly could put some of you off, but it's actually a 3 Phwoooor build. It's just that yet again I have Phwooored out the polarity slot, which takes 1 Phwoooor to remove it and another Phwoooor to put somewhere else to back it up, because obviously you've lost a bit of capacity here. So if you're happy with perhaps just changing the polarity to something else, then it will be a 4 Phwoooor build. Or if you're happy with the polarity that has come with it at base, which is the V polarity for your growing power, or perhaps Deadeye, because you know you like using your Lanka, because you've got an OP Lanka Ribbon which you've stupidly spent 15,000 platinum on because it's meta, bro. You could probably stick with the V polarity for those. Anyway, just to show you, I am in a room with 20 corrupted heavy guns at level 155. I do have to try and keep mobile, but you can see here quite clearly I am not too struggling. It's not too difficult to stay alive, but you are able to stay alive. And then weirdly, adaptation bugs out, which you can see by those weird grayed out boxes up top. They just start appearing randomly, but still you do become quite darn tanky with this build. And again, as always, I recommend Fire Chroma because you're able to regenerate health rather than going Ice Chroma, I'll just tank it, oh crap, I'm dead. So on with the build. Like I said, I formatted out the polarity, so I'm using rejuvenation at the moment, but I have the freedom to use whatever I want. Power Drift, Prime Continuity, Adaptation, Hunter Adrenaline, Intensify, August Secrets, Narrow-Minded, Vitality and Blind Rage. The reason I'm using August Secrets is to try and get back that shield for the buffs. Anyway, that's me. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys pretty darn soon. Don't die now. It's bad for the health.